Board Cooks.
20 open.
And we're live. I probably could have done that one a little bit better, huh?
Welcome to the Board Cooks podcast. I believe this is number 8. Is this number 8?
Yeah.
We already did number 7?
Yeah,
They're all blurring together. So we're going to be releasing this one a little bit earlier than we normally do, Saturday, Sunday, because some of us are going to the Renaissance Festival down in Cincinnati or Waynesville or whatever. So we're going to give it to you a little bit early this week, and then probably wait another 6 months, and then maybe give you like 6 more in a row, which seems to be our usual MO. So we have a guest, the Magic Bum Sully, Danny Sullivan.
What's happening, everybody?
So we found him wandering down Monroe Street and picked him up.
He was covered in dog shit. We made him shower.
Yeah.
We're in a very small room right now.
That's actually very true. He walked in the house, and I'm like, dude, I've got a sink and soap right over there.
What's his magic powers, though? That's my question.
I don't know.
Here waiting to see what
I don't know. I'm trying to get a comic book written out of this, so I'm hoping he starts showing something here soon.
My magic power is slapping bitches.
Alrighty.
What's up, Dan?
Not much, man. I ain't seen you in a while.
Yeah, where you been?
I'm up north. I'm up north in Michigan right now, over by Detroit, just south of there. I'm in Livonia, flipping houses. I'm foreman on a construction crew right now. I just got promoted to tell everyone pretty much what to do all day while my boss goes and does important shit.
You do know Livonia is not south of Detroit.
Oh, it might be west of it. I don't know. I don't really pay attention.
There you go.
He's like, I don't know my directions.
Bitch, I'm the magic bum. I just teleport places.
They tell me to go strip some drywall. I go strip the drywall. I don't need to know north, south, east, or west.
Oh, hold on real quick. I was advised when we start this podcast to let everybody know that this is explicit and vulgar
as shit.
And this is the best way to try and get sponsorship, because we're still in these hard-ass fucking chairs that I stole from my mom. So I'm trying to get some office chairs. I will give you full sponsorship, permanent sponsorship on this podcast. You'll never have to pay another dime. Just give me 4 office chairs that don't even have to be nice.
Yeah, they don't even need that much
they
padding.
have
Just take folding chairs and staple some fucking foam padding to them.
Wheels.
And I'll be forever grateful. We also have another guest in here. It is Moxon the dog, who is running around the studio, because we are a very unconventional group of podcasters. So, anyway, continue your story. So you're rummaging through the garbage heap outside of Detroit, Michigan.
So I'm in Livonia. I got my fiance up there, Lexi, and her dad runs a construction company up there. We flip houses in Livonia and like Westland and places like that. We're about to get a new house. I also, on my spare time, I have a legal marijuana grow up that goes on. I sell dispensaries and places like that, make money off it. It's a really fun time.
Quotation marks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Quotation marks.
But
There goes my sponsorship.
No, you know what? If we like from Sully over here gives the hookup to places, we might actually get those chairs we want.
Yeah, I'll gladly take a marijuana dispensary. I mean, we're out of Ohio, though. Just kidding. No, we're not. We're out of we are sovereign citizens, independent of all taxation and regulation.
We're almost Amish.
Yes.
We are not at the address of 123.
But I mean, yeah, there's that going on. And then whenever I'm not doing that, I'm about to start doing some more rap music and try and get back into music a little bit. So,
Weren't you in a rock group?
I was in a heavy
I'm
metal
so
band.
Confused.
Do you have an Eminem diss out?
No, I do not.
Oh, well, I'm fucking kidding.
So
I was in a heavy metal band called Seeking for Deception. They're still playing.
you know,
Speaking to your microphone.
Yeah, if you're gonna be a rapper, you might want to talk into the microphone.
Yeah, your mic's kind of there for a reason.
Well, yeah, and this is my first time doing podcasts, yeah, we got some guys over on the north side of town over here, and we're gonna start putting back together a studio that was built and then just kind of fell off because people stopped doing music. But we're gonna put it together, and then hopefully I'll be dropping a mixtape within the next 2 years. I got kind of a 4-year plan going on.
So, like, was your studio actually just, like, stopped because, like, people didn't do it, or was it really firebombed, like the rest of everything else in town?
Well, actually, it was
firebombed. Look, he's like,
He's like, you got me.
yeah, that's fine.
My fiance's dad used to run it, and then his company, he just stopped doing it because of some IRS stuff that came up. They said he made more money than he did, and then he went into a court battle and stuff, but that was whatever.
So the IRS firebombed it?
But yeah.
IRS is no joke, man.
Yeah,
I just got a letter from Sylvania.
They just got real.
Yeah, I didn't file my taxes last year. This is not gonna be good. But
You were on a podcast.
it'll be all right. I know guys who haven't filed in 10.
So,
That's
yeah.
why he's a bum.
But,
good thing only 4 people listen to this.
Yeah.
What's your address? The dirt.
So is your name going to be Magic Bum Sully?
No.
Not even the Magic
Now it
Bum,
is.
just Magic Bum Sully.
No.
That better be on your mixtape.
Dude, you become
by
a
the way-
famous rapper.
Put it on, please. Put it actually on a cassette. I will buy it. I'll pay like $20 for it if it's actually on a cassette and it's written with like a piece of tape and Sharpie and it just says Magic Bum Sully's mixtape.
I hope he becomes famous and is like up on stage in like a world tour, and I'm gonna show up with a shirt that says "I love the Magic Bum Sully," and only he's gonna know.
Right?
What's up?
Yeah.
I liked him when he was the Magic Bum Sully. The artist formerly known as the Magic Bum Sully.
But the problem is if he becomes famous, I've known him since he was like 10.
Think we can open this window?
Yeah. And since he was like 10, I'd end up just like showing up to his concert and like just walking on stage, and like the security be like, "You can't be up here." I'd be like, "I don't care. That's I know this kid." And then I would probably
Yeah,
just
he's
like,
so hardcore. No, actually, no.
No. I'm not.
let me tell you about the time he cried because one of our buddies drug him down those stairs.
Oh, yeah, I remember about that because I was talking shit about the Steelers.
Having technical difficulties. But yeah, it would be hilarious to be standing in the crowd and just be like, have you looked down like, damn it.
I'd stop the show. I'd stop be like, why are you here? What? How did you even get here?
There's my original fans right there. The guy's holding the Magic Bum sign. It'd be great.
Oh yeah, I'd totally do it. I'd show up.
Yeah,
that
we're
way.
trying to open a window. We're sorry.
Yeah. But my name would be my nickname for a long time through my friends was Lieutenant Dan as a joke, but then it just became my name.
Because you don't like ice cream and you have no legs?
No, because I take the legs out the ladies. Ooh.
Magic Bum Sully. So do you have something you want to talk about, Mike?
I'm just still kind of contemplating that whole I take the legs out of ladies thing right now. Because I do recall a time where the Magic Bum Sully was not into the ladies.
Well, yeah, I'm bi. I have sex with guys sometimes. It's a thing. What's up?
I'm still a little confused.
Trying to bring this all in.
I'm not hip to this new world order, you know?
My fiance knows she does not care.
Well, yeah, it sounds like a win-win for her.
Yeah. I don't see her losing in that situation. But no, dude, I wanted to talk about I was watching this show earlier, and it was like the coolest thing. There's these like 5 dudes, because one's in like another boat, and
this was Magic Bum Sully's reunion?
no. But I
It's
think
like 4 dudes started a podcast in a room.
yeah, well, these dudes are they got way bigger cojones than we do. I think it's like Dangerous Waters or something like that. These dudes are jet skiing, trying to jet ski around the world. Yeah. So they got So they got like this boat that follows them and then has like, supplies on it and stuff. And they got the supplies follow them. It's got gas and all that, and there's like 4 dudes that just ride these jet skis. And when I say around the world, when I was watching it, they were trying to jet ski through the Arctic, and like
What?
yeah, and like ice was coming at them and stuff. And these dudes are busting balls across the Arctic Ocean and stuff. But like then they had like just strap the jet skis because they got frosted over, and like I was like, dude, those guys got mad cojones, because like in the show they were like the year before they didn't make it because like the jet skis weren't up to par or anything like that, and like one dude flipped his jet ski and stuff. I was like, dude, these dudes are nuts. Like they start out in like so they're here in the States, they ship their jet skis to Iceland, and then they go up to Iceland, pick their jet skis up, and that's where they go they start there and take off, and then the boat's behind them and stuff. And I'm like, and they're like, we haven't made it across to Europe yet, and they're like, but this year is gonna be the year we make it, and like then they like plan on like taking some rivers down through Europe and stuff. My whole thing is I would be so fucking cold going through the Arctic.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It'd be
Oh, dude, it'd be
brutal.
unbelievable.
If
Yeah.
you fall off, you're absolutely screwed.
Well, and
Yeah,
they're
you're
they're
fucked.
wearing you know, Coast Guard approved suits and
Those-
things like that.
those
They're
survival
wearing
suits and shit.
yeah, they're wearing everything like that, and they've got, like I said, the boats behind them, and you know they contact the appropriate like people all over, like Kawasaki sponsors them and all that other stuff. But like, dude, could you imagine? And these aren't like little jet skis. These are those balls to the wall jet skis. So like even at like 30-mile-an-hour busting ass across, you know, cold ass Arctic water splashing on you, I'm like, oh no.
Or like
yeah,
in,
fuck that.
in rough seas where it's like 8-foot swells,
Right.
9-foot swells.
What do you?
like,
That was my
whoa.
question. Is like I never got around to that, but I'm like, dude, what do you do if like you get somewhere where like you get those rough waves? You know, like bye.
You're flying. You're
Oh,
yeah.
painting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to go do a couple stints in the X Games.
I'm about
Learn
to
how-
jump.
learn how to
Yeah.
take that air.
You
I
better,
mean, I mean, think about it though. Like, how Mike go out and he fucking tried to jump an 80-foot swell in the Arctic. I'm
No,
not
he
even
survived that, and then he got raped by
Yeah.
a polar bear.
Yeah, that would be my luck. I would survive the storm, and then like a killer whale would take me out.
fucking.
He's like, man, I'm glad I survived. Gone. Mike's gone.
Fucking Free Willy got me, really?
So, I do want to touch on something real quick. I forgot to mention at the beginning. One, we are on now Podbean, Spotify, and iTunes. So I wasn't sure if we were on iTunes yet. Lee and I talked about this last night on the Cook and the Maiden podcast. And but I get little stats reports, and we have more coming off of Apple products than anything else.
Nice.
So I'm
Shout
assuming
out
that-
to you guys, because that's awesome.
So I'm assuming
Right.
that means that we're on iTunes if they're
Hey.
taking us off of Apple products.
Well, yeah.
And also, we've officially named the studio. Well, I have. I didn't ask your opinions on it. The Kitchen of Scum and Villainy
Okay.
Nice.
is now the name of the studio because of all the Star Wars stuff and us being the board cooks.
Hmm.
So we are now recorded live in the Kitchen of Scum and Villainy.
Nice.
So I meant to say that all that stuff at the beginning, and I never did. Because
Whatever.
as soon as it starts recording, I lose track of everything I want to talk about.
Right.
Do you
That's
need some
usually
of
how
my
that
Adderall?
I mean, no, of course not.
That's terrible. Why would we take it?
Oh man,
So what do you guys think of the new setup?
I like it.
The
I like
TV,
it.
so you can actually see what's going on.
I like it that we could see what you're seeing, because me and Mike thought for sure you're watching animal porn over there for a long time.
I mean, I was,
Oh.
but
But now we can all watch it.
yeah, now we can all watch it. But I
Don't
figured
for-
it'd be good once we get cameras back, and the camera's going to be set up right where the magic bum is sitting
Yeah.
at the end of the table. That's actually what those lines are marked out for, is for the tripod. And then we can bring up stuff from like Facebook or whatever right on the screen so they can see what we're looking at. You know, also
Right.
once we get cameras back. But I don't know if we're going to be doing any more cameras because like Spotify and Podbean are
Right.
you know, I mean Podbean has video, but you've got to pay like $100 a month for it. And I just don't have the viewership for that. So if
Right.
you all want video, you better start subscribing to that shit.
Right.
Give me a reason.
If you want to see what our faces look like,
Right.
because we are.
Other than the cartoons that I made.
Some fangled tooth
I mean,
motherfucker. At
whatever you
least I am.
think about the Magic Bum Sully, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Whatever,
But
maybe.
the rest
About-
of us are totally gonna blow your mind.
What do you think of
Yeah,
the cartoons
about-
I made?
The cartoons were sick, dude. Except for I
Yeah.
don't have any facial hair, but it's cool because I just shaved it off. So
You
Well,
don't
the-
have any
the-
facial hair either
Well,
way.
the problem is neither one of you have like goofy pictures because this is a goofy podcast, but all your pictures are like super serious.
we could goofy it up.
Well, I know, and
Don't
I'll
get
do
them
more.
started,
I'll do
dude.
more. We'll take pictures of you all goofy,
Give
and then
me
I
a
can make
rubber
a
chicken and a
cartoon off
sombrero.
of that. Because I'm not really cartooning. All I'm doing is tracing you guys out on Inkscape because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I think that was a goof challenge.
Goofy face?
Did we just get challenged?
I think we did.
Did we just?
I think we did.
What,
Yeah.
to make goofy faces?
Yep.
Yes.
What challenge are we talking about? Speaking of the challenge, nobody has commented on the contest picture. No one. That
no
thing
one
has
wants
like
a sweatband.
I had-
the thing has like 10 views, and
didn't
not
even-
one of those 10 people give a shit about winning a headband.
I didn't even know we were doing it until like I saw it on Instagram. I was like, wait, what?
We talked about it on. We literally came up with the whole podcast in like episode 6,
Oh,
like
dude.
podcast number 6, and then I posted the picture, and it's been up for like 2 weeks, and no one's commented. Dude's got like 4 likes, no comments.
One of them being me, one of them being Teresa.
I tell you what though, the 2 podcasts since we brought Bama on are the most popular ones downloaded on
Hey.
Podbean.
Hell yeah.
They like
So-
to hear about my failures.
Yes, they love your stories. That's why we need to get you stuck in the marsh more often
Right?
and just have you permanently on steroids. Like no cycle,
Jesus Christ,
no
don't
cycle,
do that.
just 24/7, 365 steroids
No.
Bama's just our guy that.
till
Like,
his heart gives out.
yeah, Bama's the guy that's like, hold my beer, watch this. We're like, hold
I
on,
am
Bama.
that guy. That's
Yeah.
not a good idea. Oh yeah, watch.
Hold on, Bama. Let me grab the camera before I hold your beer.
Man, that dude's luck is terrible. I bet it can't get any worse. Hold my beer. Watch this.
So you want to explain to me why the hell Marvel feels the need to number their comics all fucking goofy?
What do you mean?
So we'll take Deadpool for example, since
Okay.
we're all Deadpool fans. And
I am
This-
Deadpool.
yeah, okay.
That is the
And
theory.
so we're at number I don't even know what number we were on. We're on number 50 something. Then all of a sudden we got into 200s. And so I go to the comic shop and I'm looking specifically for issues 299 and 298 of Deadpool. And then it switches to number 1 and 2, which I already have. So I'm looking for 3 on. I don't even know how many have come out yet since the last time I was down there. And so, of course, I can't find 298 and 299. I can only find 300, which I already have. And then I find 3, 4, and then 6. But 6 is labeled Deadpool Assassin. And so I'm like, well, they probably did a little, 1 through 5 of regular self-title. Then 6 through 10 will be Deadpool Assassin. Then 11 through 15 will be, Deadpool Mercenary or something. So I'm looking around for it. And I asked the guy, and he goes, no, I'm like, where's number 5 at? I got 4 and 6. And he goes, oh, 5 hasn't been released. I'm like, but I got 6 here. He goes, well, that's Assassin. And I'm like, oh, they're not doing the 1 through 5? He goes, oh, no. They're both going to be their own runs. You got 1 through 6 of Assassin, and then 1 through 4 of Deadpool self-title, and then 1 through fucking 97 of this one, and 1 through fucking 82 and a half of this one. I'm like, okay, so I came in here for 5 comics, end up walking out the door with 50. So fuck you, Marvel. Keep your goddamn pockets, or get your hands out of my goddamn pockets, and just keep shit consistent. They just keep reverting back. They're like, we're going back to the original numbering. So my Punisher comics went from 23 up to 692, and then then they're back to number 1 now. So fuck off.
The struggle is real,
The
man.
struggle is real in the
Right.
comic world. And you know what's hilarious is there was another dude there looking for the same comics I was, who was having the same goddamn issue. He's like, I got number 5, but then you have the number fucking 6. God damn it! There's only 1 issue of this one. And so I ended up making a friend of.
Six for the number 5.
Right, I'm like, God,
hands it to you, just
am
run.
I 11? Am I fucking 11 right now?
Yo, I got this holographic Charizard.
You know what I
guys,
miss? You know what I miss? Pogs.
Oh, dude, I would
Yeah.
fuck some
They
towers
need
up.
to bring it back.
Yeah, that's the only thing no one's nostalgic about, because pods were terrible.
Because not only can we play Pogs now, but we can get drunk and play Pogs now.
I don't even know how that game worked. I had 3 million pods.
stack
Stack them up.
And then
And you hit 'em with the big heavy
slammer,
one.
And whatever
Yeah.
ones were flipped over on a certain side, you kept them if you played for keepsies.
Oh, I
Oh,
played
for
for
keepsies.
keepsies.
Oh, you were hardcore about
Oh,
playing
dude,
for
yeah,
keepsies.
you had to play for keepsies. I wouldn't even
We
fuck
wouldn't
with
even-
anybody.
I wouldn't even take my
No.
slammer out of its case
Yeah.
if we were not playing for blood.
Nah.
You know the only thing I wanted that I never got? Well, besides the giant Jurassic Park van from Jurassic World. Remember
Yeah.
that fucking
Hell
thing?
yeah.
The little
Hell
combination?
yeah.
I always wanted that fucker, never got it. I want a goddamn Rock'em Sock'em Robots. I've never played that fucking
You have
game
never
once
played
in my
that?
life. Never played it. Always
Bro.
wanted
They
it.
have
None
it
of
at
my
Walmart.
friends had
They
it.
have it at
Well,
Walmart.
I'm about to go fucking buy it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I always
Toys R
wanted-
Us is still going out of business. I'm sure they still have a couple of them for 2 cents now because everything is dropped
I thought
down.
they were shut
They're
down and
gone.
done.
That building ain't even.
I know we bought so much cheap baby shit from Babies R Us. Dude, we were down there twice a week, dude, getting baby shit.
I should have went
Got
there.
15 car seats, 2
See-
strollers.
I worked for them before they shut down for Christmas, and that was fucking horrible.
Way to give a shout out to the guys with kids, Danny.
Not babies.
I mean,
Toys.
no,
R Us.
Toys R Us.
Way
They
to give a
was
shout out to the
fucking
guys with
horrible.
kids
That's true.
and the.
Is
kid
that why you're a
guys.
bum now? Because they went
Can
out
we
of
kill
business?
him? Can we just kill him?
I mean, I don't care.
No, see, I should have. My plan.
It's not like he's got a social security number.
my plan was to go to Toys R Us and just buy out their Nerf supply.
Yes.
Because at our house, that's how we solve problems, is with Nerf Gun Wars. Grace starts piping off. I'm like, let's take it to the Nerf, and we duel. We stand in the hallway, and then we have our Alexa app play the Western whistle,
Yes.
and at the end of the whistle, you have to draw.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I usually win.
He's like
I
Alexa.
play paintball like men.
Yes. Well, I don't.
Can't really play paintball.
I'm into the Nerf thing. That sounds more my style.
Yeah, I'm really
less
excited
bruises.
for Cullen to get old enough for Nerf guns because I will blow every paycheck on Nerf guns.
Dude, we had a mass war at our house, and it just like broke out. But like the best Nerf wars I've ever had were at your sister's house.
Gina and
Oh,
Jeremy's
those were
house.
great,
With
dude.
your-
Yeah, there was
your-
like 20 people in that fucking
Yeah.
house.
Grown
Wow.
men.
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
with like fully automatic fucking like Nerf guns with bipods and
Dude.
scopes and shit.
Boo fucked me up.
With
Like,
the automatic turret one at
Yeah.
the top of the stairs, like, go ahead, come get it.
yeah.
Well-
So the plan was like we kept joking. All us adults were making jokes with the kids that we're gonna go out and buy crazy Nerf guns and we're gonna come and we're gonna destroy all the little kids. And they took it serious, and so did we, without knowing each other, knowing one another was taking it serious. So Jeremy went out and bought Boo this like turret gun. And like we made it around the corner, go up the stairs, and there's just this turret at the top of the stairs waiting for us. And it was like, what the shit is that? You know?
The damn thing was belt fed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it takes D batteries. They're awesome. Have you guys heard of this thing in Las Vegas? I think I've tagged Bama in it before, and our dad. But it's this thing in Las Vegas where it's real guns, but it's paint bullets that come out. They're modified police training guns.
Yeah, it's simunition.
Yeah, and then
It's chalk rounds.
it's an arena, and you and other people go in, and it's a gunfight with real pistols. And then when you're out of ammo, it doesn't stop. You better fist fight to the end until it's done. And I tagged down Bama and my dad in it, and I said, "Let's go. Next time we get a chance, we have to go, and we have to do that."
Your little $120 ass would get thrown around so quick.
Hey, $165.
I think
thank you very much.
I think he's getting shot first.
Oh,
I think I
dude.
might just be like, yep.
Right in the staging area. I got to play for keeps, motherfucker.
Keepsies.
I want to do that.
They have a like a training ground somewhere up in Michigan you can go to for that, where they'll put you in like a mock house and they'll put you in the bedroom and you're supposed to like pretend to be asleep, and then they want you to put like so you can use like your guns as long as it's a common gun. They'll swap out the barrel to like fit the simunition, and then like say you keep your revolver in the nightstand or whatever, you stick it in the nightstand, and then they have people come into the house from like whatever angle. You don't know where they're coming in or what guns they're gonna have. There was a video of a guy doing it, and he jumps out of bed thinking like, "Oh, my fucking Glock is gonna be enough." Turns around and they stuck in like 4 dudes with AR-15s
Jesus.
through the house. He was like,
down.
"Oh shit!"
PUBG in
Like
real
jumps
life.
in, but he kept his like AR in the closet like unloaded, so they had him do that. And he's like yelling at his wife who was with him, and they're wearing like these big bulky paintball masks. And he's like, "Run to the closet, get to the closet." She's like, "What? I can't hear you." The rounds are just going up. And she finally figures it out, runs to the closet, is trying to load the AR, but like the mag's getting all like clinked around, and she can't get it in. These dudes are just running down the hallway like full SWAT style. And I think he took out one and like injured another until they just obliterated both him and his wife.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the little guy. What's up, dude?
Oh, we were being
Little.
visited by the baby and the wife.
You just spent the last 5 minutes growling at me, so if you
Oh,
There's
dude.
also
Yeah, we nicknamed
a,
him Bear now because he just growls at everything.
There's also like a paintball version. It's in Toledo. It's called it's with the Nerf the ball guns, and
Mhm.
it's I think 5-on-5, and you can play for an hour and a half and fight tactically and stuff, and it's pretty fun. There's war games like capture the flag and shit. It's in Toledo. I forget what it's called. It's like I think it's called it starts with a D. I forget it. Defense or something like that.
I am
Hmm.
not aware.
Not aware. I want to do that. The archery tag one too.
They have that at a bunch of the courses. Lone Wolf up in Michigan
Yeah.
does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got dudes that'll run out and play paintball with the bows. A couple like the real hardcore like scenario players. Excuse me. And they'll go out on like a regular rec game where people have like paintball guns.
Oh, with the
and they'll-
modified bows.
and they'll go out there with the bows and just fuck people up all day long.
Yeah, I think we were at a tournament and they were going to play some woods ball, and one dude had a modified compound.
Oh, one of
Yeah.
the NXPLs.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
remember that.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was
Nah, he
God, I
said he
know
only
his
had
name,
it
too.
like 35
But
pounds.
still, dude.
That's not as bad as a.
yeah.
it'd
It's
be
not.
about
It's
the
not a
same.
meant to kill hunting bow. He's not
Yeah.
out there with a freaking yeah.
Imagine-
75-pound draw
Yeah,
weight,
yeah.
ridiculous.
I got
Breaking
you. Yeah, no
ribs.
shit.
Yeah.
Fucking baseball on the end of it.
Yeah, well, imagine trying to having a like. That's what I shoot is 75 pounds, but like imagine having to pull that back repetitively in like a gunfight. That would suck.
Like the fucking Green Arrow.
Oh, dude.
How was your day? Well, I had a rotator cuff before I started.
Right.
On bright side though, my triceps are going to be fucking
Jack,
20
my
inches
ba-
in
oh,
diameter.
Right.
My back muscles have back muscles.
Right. But yeah.
Turn your goddamn phone on silent. We're in the midst of a podcast here.
I'll live
Millions
mine
of
at your
people are relying on us to bring them the news about archery tech.
You guys hear how Post Malone has died almost like 4 times in the last 20 days?
I don't even know who that is.
He's a double mumble rapper.
No, he's not.
Uh,
Post Malone's not a mobile rapper. He did Rockstar with 21 Savage. 21 Savage is a mumble
I don't know
rapper.
who that is either.
We don't-
But
We were 30,
he's,
man.
I know that
just did-
MGK is fighting with his dad about something. I'm not sure what that is.
His
Curfew.
beard is weird. But no, he's a hip hop artist who his private jet, like a week and a half ago, crash landed and blew up when he wasn't on it. He was supposed to be.
No,
And
yeah,
then
I saw that.
Yeah, he wrecked his Rolls Royce sober. They drug tested him and checked him for alcohol. He had nothing. He just wrecked his Rolls Royce and flipped it into a house. He smacked a Kia.
Good
and
times.
then about 3 days after that, someone home invaded one of his old houses looking for him and pistol whipped his buddy. Like, Jesus Christ, someone wants Post Malone dead.
Sounds like he's a real fucking winner.
Yeah, that's a real good role model, children.
Yeah,
But that's
right.
the thing. Like, he's never been known to do anything crazy or anything. He's just like, love everyone, have good time, have good music.
So is he
Obviously, if
changing his name to Postmortem after
like-
all this?
If somebody, fucking Magic Bum's over here, like he's never done anything like that. You just told us some guy went to his old house looking to pistol whip his ass. He did something.
Yeah, that's not something you just like.
You don't.
You know, see that house over there? I bet that dude could really use a fucking pistol right to the side of the head.
You don't donate to the Salvation Army and have people come try to kill you.
I
See all those tattoos across his face? I think he needs Springfield XD implemented right in that
on the
temple.
side.
Or
I was in the
Ruger
Salvation
Blackhawk.
Army ARC for about a year. That was fun. Not really. It was horrible, but you know.
Okay. What's next on the agenda? Went and saw The Predator.
How's that?
How was it?
Well, if you're... I mean, we talk about it in the other podcast a little bit, but we don't give spoilers. I mean, I guess I can give spoilers on this podcast, so I'll say this. There might be spoilers concerning The Predator, and if you listen to the other podcast, sorry, but you're going to hear it again. If you really like plot and character development and really like intense, like where you get into the storyline and you're like, this is fucking great, this is not the movie for you.
Oh, so I'm gonna hate it. Cool.
If you really enjoy, what's that, Michael Keegan, one of the guys from Key and Peele? Yeah, if you really enjoy him making jokes while a gigantic 11-foot like hybrid predator just rips people's faces off, then it's definitely the movie for you.
I
I'm
might
gonna
like
go
it
see
then.
it.
The Predator's 11 feet in this
Well,
movie.
there's two of them. Yeah, one's like a the whole plot of the movie is they have figured out how to like inject DNA into themselves to like to change themselves to. They're pretty much stealing the best parts of all the races they come across. Like there's one predator that apparently is supposed to be good, but yeah, he still just murders the shit out of people. But he's
Right.
supposed to be on the side of humanity. I'm not sure how that works, but that's a part of that wonderful plot they have. And but he has human DNA in him, so he's part human. He looks all predator, but apparently he's somehow part human because the predators have implemented like humans being way smarter than the predator. You know, they've implemented some of that like DNA for intelligence into their own DNA. And then this other one, has implemented like apparently just the Hulk because he's just fucking huge and he just kicks the shit out of all the other predators.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's all right, you know. And then, but they have like the plot just doesn't make any sense. It's entertaining. We went and saw it in the theater for like $5 yesterday, or day before. I don't know, one of those
So the
days.
Predators are doing steroids.
Oh
to
yeah,
make
he's
themselves
huge. Yeah, he's
bigger.
like 11 feet tall, and the other one's like a normal sized predator.
Right.
And he's trying to apparently give humanity some kind of gift to help them from like these huge hulking predators, which is really dumb. It's like an Iron Man
So
suit
there's
with
gonna
like
be another
dreadlocks.
one?
And yeah, there's probably gonna be like 6 more.
Damn it.
Sweet.
And I'm gonna go see every single one
Oh,
of them
yeah.
because I love the Predator. But I love every single one of them. I mean, it's not like plot has
It's
been
a
there.
great movie. The old movies are great.
Well, there's. I mean, it's
two
not like
of
they
them.
had a plot either, though.
Right.
Like, I mean, like they pretty much cut plots out after the second one. And like AVP. I mean, they've all been great, like, but none of them made any sense. AVP Requiem. God, what's the other one? What's the one with it where they go to the Predator planet and like there's like the two different warring clans?
Predators.
AVP.
Is it Predators with an
Yeah.
S? Okay.
Oh,
Where they have like Danny Trejo's in that one.
imagine that.
Yeah, Danny Trejo's sweet. Kind of goes out like a bitch, but he's
Really?
sweet. Well, you don't really even see him get killed. Like
Trejo agrees in a movie to go out like a bitch.
he goes out like a bitch in a lot of movies.
Yeah, he
Have you
does.
seen the movie Badass with Danny Trejo?
Yeah.
On Netflix? The first one's actually pretty good. Him and
I didn't
Danny
even know there
Glover.
was a second one.
Him and Danny Glover in it. Yeah, there's a second one.
Um,
Badasses too.
Because that's modeled after that dude. They got that story from that dude on the bus.
Yeah.
That like that dude was huge. Like when you see that dude
Kick the
stand up,
shit out of that person.
and God, what was the other? I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
I thought that was gonna happen last night at a Tigers game. I was up. I went to a Tigers game last night. There was this frat behind us. Like they were up a couple rows, but it was like the new guy in initiation or whatever. But they took them all out and got these dudes fucking wasted. I mean, tore up like, but they were up there like having a good time and stuff. But then as the night went on, these dudes became from like having fun drunk to they were dropping like flies. Like dudes are puking all over the place. It was funnier than hell. And but yeah, one dude's like talking shit to like this old guy, and I mean this old guy looked like he just been through it all in his entire life, and now just here to watch a fucking ball game, kid. And the kid was just like running his mouth, and this old guy's like, just sit down. And he was like so calm the whole time, just like sit down. And finally the kids, like a bunch of other dudes, like rolled up and they're like, we got him, sorry, and they like explained what was going on. The old guy's like, I don't care what's going on, get a hold of your buddy. And just about that moment, the dude turned around and just started puking everywhere. It was ridiculous. Like I did more people watching at that game last night than I did watching.
That's
the
all
game.
I do is stuff like that.
Oh, dude, there was like so there's these three people, in front of us. It was two guys and this girl, and she was sitting in between them both. And we're like, okay, whatever. So she's like leaning on the one guy. He's got his arm around her and stuff. And we're like, oh, okay, buddy and his girl and his homeboy. But then as like a few minutes later, she's like and petting the back of the other guy's head and massaging him and stuff, and the guy on the left is nobody now. And we're like,
Love triangle.
we're like well then she's back to the other guy, and then like it was like, what is going on? We're like, who? And like this couple next to us, the one guy's like, who's the boyfriend? And I looked over at him. I was like, have you guys been trying to figure this out too? We're like, we've been trying to figure this situation out since we got here. We're like, we don't know the difference between who's the boyfriend, who's not the boyfriend. How is this love triangle thing working? She's she's rubbing his leg right now, while titty twister and this guy over here. Like we're like, what the fuck is going on?
Welcome to
Triangle.
Detroit,
It's a
motherfucker.
Yeah.
love triangle, not circle.
It was not a suckle. We were so damn confused. It was like, and then they all left, and then I just looked over at my buddy and I was like, yeah, they're going to Paris.
Yeah, they are.
She's going to see the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Wobbly H in it.
So,
Hopefully they
where
keep-
did Magic Bum Shelly come from?
Magic Bum.
Or Shelty? Is it Shelty? What is it?
Sully.
Sully.
Where'd he come from or where'd he go?
Where did he come from, Magic Bum Salty?
Straight out the gutter, duh.
Where did
He said he had a
come
rap
from?
career.
Where did you come from?
Yeah, he's
Magic
where did he go?
Bum
He had to
Sully.
go move his car.
Yeah, he has a car.
He has a car.
Yeah, he's got a Pontiac G6.
Oh, is he cruising in
Oh.
a G6?
That thing is so fast, he has to bungee strap the hood on it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And you know what? My fucking Trailblazer has hood pins.
Yeah, that
But
adds
it's not-
15 horsepower.
But it's not because it's fast.
Sure
it's
it is.
because the
Sheesh.
fucking latch rusted off
Well, now
and
the whole
fell
world-
off going down
now
the
the
road.
whole
Thanks,
world-
Chevy.
now the whole world knows that your Trailblazer's not fast.
I don't think anybody thought it
There was
was.
probably people wondering, like, man, I wonder what that thing's got in it because it's got hood
Yeah, the
pins
$10
on it.
hood pins I got from AutoZone that are rusted as fuck right now.
And it does not have any suspension. can tell you
No.
that.
Zero.
Zero.
No, the fucking rods in the back are broken
The
off.
tie rods are gone.
Oh, that's what happens when you take a fucking 25-mile-an-hour exit ramp doing 60.
Dude, I thought you guys were
trying to
going.
get to Monroe
I
Comic
thought it was over.
Dude,
I thought I was
we were
watching. I thought I was watching
rollover?
my best friend and his family go.
Well, I mean, I figured, fuck it. I've always wanted to take this turn going 60 in this Trailblazer. What better time to do it with a fucking paramedic
With a
behind me?
newborn in the car.
If they're,
and your
dude,
wife.
it'd be fine. He's strapped in. He's great. That shit's
You are
rated.
selfish.
Dude, I mean, they took that turn and my wife was just like, "Oh God!" And I even was like, "And they're going." And I was like, "I'm grabbing the baby first, and then we'll figure it out from there." And Chelsea's like, "Okay." I was like, "This." We like came up with a plan.
Well, the
for
way
that.
it was rolling on my end, so
Oh,
I'd have
you
been
were-
done. I'd have
No.
probably been gone.
Yeah, you know,
At
you
that
guys
speed
would've
going
kept,
into the woods like that.
you guys would have kept flipping.
But I'm saying I'd have been the first one to hit
Oh,
the
yeah.
ground with the most momentum.
Yeah,
hitting
yeah,
that, and I
you
wasn't
were-
wearing a seatbelt.
Oh, you were gonna.
Ejecto-cito, cuz.
Yeah, ejecto window.
Yeah, I was like, like me and Chelsea had a whole plan of attack. Like, okay, we're gonna get the baby out first, and then we'll triage from there. Who's more critical, Ben or Leah? Or, yeah, I was just like, this is where my friend goes down.
I mean, whatever.
We've been in hairier situations. I mean, you did once get shot in the butt cheek with rock salt from a 12 gauge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is
Sure
it story
did.
time?
Sure
Board cook
did.
story time?
Sure, why
Sure
not?
did.
Tell them about that story, Michael.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd never heard this one. I've been around for a while.
All right, so back in high school, there's this bridge out in the country that everybody goes to. It's like a haunted bridge, but it's just where everybody went and kind of fucked around, you know. Well, there's this farmer that lived out there too, and he thought he owned the bridge, but he didn't own the bridge, and the cops told him like
He was
leave.
just tired of teenagers fucking around
Yeah.
on the bridge. It was all spray painted up and
Oh,
shit like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
People would leave like 40 cans and shit
Yeah.
out there, 40 bottles out there and shit.
Well, he was not the type of farmer that would come up and ask you nicely to leave, and the cops
I
had
would shot out the back window of my fucking car.
and the cops had a lot of talks with this guy. Well, one day we're out there, we're just hanging out, and it was like there's probably about 10 of us, and then like a couple other people from like other schools were there and stuff. And I'm standing at the end of the bridge, and I look, and I can see something coming through the field, and I can't. It's dark, I can't quite make it out. And then I realize, I'm like, wait a minute, that's a person. And I'm like, oh fuck. You know, and I'm like, dude, we gotta go. And everybody's like, what? I was like, we gotta go. And all of a sudden, you see the flash, and I was like, fuck, he's shooting. And he starts shooting, and you can, at the time, you can hear everything hitting the leaves and the trees, and I'm like, dude, he's actually shooting, you know? So everybody starts running, and I'm going to run for my buddy's truck to dive in the bed of the truck, and about that time, the shot goes off, and I just feel nothing but just burning all the way down my from my ass to my ankles, and I'm like, oh fuck. So I'm laying in the back. Ben's got me because I dove, you know.
Yeah, we both jumped in the back of dude's truck, Dave's truck.
And it's like some shit out of a movie. I'm like, he shot me, Ben.
Oh,
He
dude, it's
shot
so
me.
dramatic. It was so dramatic.
It was.
dying.
I was like, Ben.
Oh, dude, I'm not lying, dude. I mean, we straight look like we were out of fucking Platoon.
Yeah, we.
like Mike looks like fucking Willem Dafoe. He's just like like hands. I mean, just shots coming in everywhere. Like I'm hanging on to him. Like I got you, buddy. I got you, dude. I ripped his pants off in the back of the fucking thing, and I look, dude. There's no blood, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so I look, and dude, it's just covered in welts. You got hit with salt rocks, you bitch.
You know,
I was like, oh,
It still hurts,
It still
motherfucker.
fucking
It
hurts,
still
bitch.
hurts.
it really hurts.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like someone lit you on fire.
Oh, it sucked. It
horrible.
sucked. So yeah, that was fun. We went back the next weekend. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're stupid.
Yep.
That's we've all had stuff.
Yeah, no, we can't let him win. You know.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. Even though we're already well aware this dude is fully like intent and like willing to shoot at kids. I mean, whatever.
Fuck it,
But
it'll be
we
all
still
right.
like, yeah, we'll still go back. Yeah, totally. We don't have any guns to like counter him or anything.
Well, I mean, I do have a box.
It'll totally go better this time.
I do have a box of rubber buckshot rounds.
Okay,
for
this
my
is also
12
like,
gauge.
Are you serious?
God, what,
Can I
fucking
please
15
buy
fucking
some
years
off
ago?
Yeah,
No.
this was like 15 years ago.
I
That
doubt
old
that
man.
dude even still lives there.
But
yeah.
he's got a son, and he's guilty because of his dad's
Oh, yeah, well, I
crimes.
don't know what the fuck their name are. And it's all been night. I can't even tell you what the dude looked
I
like.
don't even know if anybody goes out to that bridge
Can we
anymore.
throw in our money and buy a t-shirt gun, please?
Can we throw in our money and buy, like, Bored Cooks t-shirts?
or chairs?
And shoot them out of a t-shirt gun?
And just people walking their dogs down
That's
my,
the best
my
way to get the
neighborhood.
word out.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Hey, you. Didn't you just move into this house? Thump.
Well,
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, that was the plan. If we went to Mardi Gras for my bachelor party, we were gonna get a t-shirt gun and shirts that said "I showed my tits to Michael Lord's bachelor party," and we're gonna launch
Just
t-shirts.
launch 'em.
Mm-hmm.
Get the guy
Yeah, there's
on
a
the
difference
balcony.
between launching them off the third floor of like a New Orleans hotel
And then just face
and
shooting
launching
somebody.
them from my front porch at people walking down the road.
Hey, mailman.
You want? My mailman's pretty cool. All
Yeah,
right.
my mailman's pretty cool too.
Mine's
but
Wella.
he's got the best mailman of all. Shout out to Wella.
Yeah,
I
mine's
mean, I don't even know my mailman's name. I just know he gets mad at me because I only check my mail once a week.
Wella doesn't mail, or he only delivers my mail once in a while. He's on like the other part of town, just a couple blocks over. That's his area, but like he'll bring our mail once in a while, and then I'll get a letter, like a handwritten note from him, like says I love you.
He should have put one in the mailbox that said "Happy Birthday" because he just had a birthday.
He doesn't always deliver my
Does he
mail.
go to your brother's house though every day? Probably.
I think he does deliver.
How's
Yeah.
your brother doing?
He's good. He just moved in with his girlfriend into Rossford. Oops. Now you guys know where I live.
Whatever. They know I live in Sylvania.
Rossford,
Yeah.
Kentucky.
I live in Sylvania,
You live in
Switzerland.
Skunk Holler. I live
Switzerland.
In Dog
Oh,
Patch.
way to narrow
You
it
live
down,
in Skunk
bitch.
Holler.
Dude, Sylvania's big. I could have been talking township. I don't know.
So, yeah, he moved in with his girlfriend. Him and her. He's driving big truck now.
Still over at a place your dad was at and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Driving big truck there. And then she works with me. So, that's how they met. But yeah, he's doing pretty good. Me and him are going up to the cabin next weekend. We're gonna go out and put tree stands up and then pre-bait before we go up for actual bow season when we go for our bows, so that we're like trying to guarantee the fact that we're gonna shoot deer.
The yellow brick road. You got to put out the yellow brick road.
Yeah, for sure. We're just, we're going to go up. We're going to put stands up. Matt wants to find a different spot. So, he wants to go in a couple more, into a little bit over. So, that way we're not doing it while we're up there hunting.
Y'all need to do it like Cameron Haynes and quit being bitches and just wander into the wilderness and track them fuckers and then shoot them from like a hill while you got like grizzly bears trying to attack you. And you shoot them with a fucking handmade longbow. And you shoot fucking K-bar knives out of it, not even arrows.
You know what? I'm just there to get drunk and have a good time. Not like
Whatever. I thought we were hunters here.
We're
Apparently,
not. We're not trying to go back
Apparently, I'm
to
just
caveman days.
apparently I'm just on another level than y'all.
dude,
What?
you can barely hit a rabbit
Oh,
with a car.
damn.
Hey, those things are hard to hit with a car. It's easier with a shotgun.
This man hit a goose with a golf ball at about 150 yards
He killed a bear.
and wrestled a
He
leprechaun.
fucking wrestled a bear. You remember?
Yeah.
Fucking the magic bum over here.
Is that where
fucking
them teeth
wrestled a
went?
bear.
No,
Rip.
actually, one of them just this canine just got a crack and I had to pull it out the other day before it got routed.
Pulled it out like a man
Yeah, just took pliers. They had a crack.
or
in
like a
his
bum.
Like a bum.
That's some bum shit.
Yeah, I mean it sounds
That's
better
some bum
because
shit.
That's some bum shit.
Rusted
This
ass
dude,
pliers
straight up,
you
him
found
and-
behind the Rite Aid.
Him and my dad were golfing because this kid used to be really good at golf,
I still am.
and
No, you're not.
he was like, "I'm gonna hit that goose down there," and this goose was a ways away. My dad's like, "No way!" My brother hooked this ball and,
Oh, he tried to hit the goose.
and
Yeah.
smoked it in the dome ski.
You know, I'm trying to get sponsorship from PETA. There that goes.
We would
People eating
never
tasty animals.
get a sponsorship from PETA.
I think we've talked about hunting on every podcast we've had.
Every single one.
But nobody listens to this, so
I
they wouldn't
would-
know. I'd be like, we're the
decide.
bored cooks. It's the bored vegan cooks. And then I was going to take their money and make an entire hunting podcast out of it.
Not anymore.
My dog is for hunting. I got a puppy
It would
strictly for
would
hunting.
work out. I mean, you might be able to play that until we get big and someone leaks the photo of me with my finger halfway in a goose's
Well, whose
glory
fault?
hole.
Is there
What?
a picture of that?
Yes,
Oh, there is.
Oh,
yeah.
man, we got to tell that story.
Oh, yeah.
All right, story time the second.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So we just it was your first goose you
Yeah,
shot, right?
my-
Because you never went waterfowling in Alabama, no. So we go. I didn't even go.
Oh no.
No.
Me
I
and
showed up
Mike's-
later.
Me and Mike's dad went out. He took me out. We pulled the boat in the cattails and stuff, and we're there for probably like 3 hours. And here comes this flock of geese, just like a foot above the water, perfect. So they come in. We pull up and we both crumple them. Well, one of them's got a band on it, and Mike's dad's like, "You gotta be kidding me! There's guys have been waterfowl hunting forever and haven't killed a band of goose." I'm like, "Well, that's cool." So we get back to the house. Now, mind you, I've never cleaned a goose. I don't know the correct way to do it. And he's
Yeah,
like,
we're aware.
He's like, "Well, first you have to stick your finger in its asshole."
He tells
Dude, without hesitation,
dude. He
Bama
tells
shot.
him. Yeah, he tells him you stick your
I
finger.
was there for this part.
You stick your finger in the asshole of this goose,
And then you follow it with
and
the
you
knife.
put and you push up. So when you
Yeah, it seemed
Go
like
to
it would
play.
make sense to a
yeah,
person
oh,
that's never done it.
absolutely.
But it doesn't make it any less funny that he did it.
Without
I know.
hesitation,
Yeah.
without hesitation, I am second knuckle deep.
Dude,
It's his asshole, and
then-
his dad loses.
about
And
the,
I'm like, "I'm not supposed to do this, am I?" He's like, "No." And the whole time, my finger is still in his ass. Never
Yeah.
pulled it out.
dude, we were. I think
All right, this goose was dead at this point. It was not animal cruelty, and even if it was, fuck y'all.
yeah, that was the funniest thing. Man, I laughed. My dad laughed. My mom laughed. The dog laughed. The toaster laughed. We shot the toaster.
Damn Decepticons.
You're just stealing jokes from the internet now.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
whatever,
We're meme
but-
stealing.
No, man, that was
That's what happens 46 minutes in. We start running out of material and start
no,
telling.
dude. That was fucking hilarious. He's like, "No."
I don't have funny hunting stories. I have funny stories of my friends acting retarded.
Wow, hard R on that
I
one
know.
too.
There goes that
Shit.
now. Jesus Christ.
Well,
dude.
Now we're not gonna get a sponsorship from the Special Olympics.
Oh, too bad.
Holy
Too bad.
shit. Magic Bum. Over
Yeah,
there, Sully.
Magic Bum Sully.
Magic.
This was
He
the
ain't
first
never coming
and
back.
the last time we saw the bum. He moved on to different pavement.
Dude,
I'm
I,
still naming
uh,
this podcast
I
Magic
got-
Bum Sully.
I got a story about when my buddy acted slow when the cops tried to arrest us, and he
See,
played it off.
See, no.
I don't even want to hear the
I don't
story.
wanna hear that.
I don't think we can tell people.
You know, we
about
were having a great
impersonating
podcast while you
smokers.
left and went somewhere. It was a great
No
podcast.
reason. I left him with first no reason.
Oh man, the Magic Bum over there. Like, how many
So-
how many times have you had a run in with the cops?
Shit.
Since he was 12.
Yeah, let's tell some of these stories about
Yeah,
when
let
you
me
got
hear
arrested.
let me hear some of your cop stories.
Yeah,
Besides,
no
the,
embellishment.
yeah, no,
Well, I mean,
the one isn't where you're dropping a hard R.
Yeah,
there was a time.
you have a microphone in front of you. Speak into it.
There
Yeah,
was
but he's gonna
the
be a
first
rapper.
time I got picked up by the police. I was like 12, and it was over some really, really dumb shit that I thought was really stupid, but it scared the shit out of me. Cause
You're
it was
not allowed to
police.
swear either. We are. You're not.
Yeah, you have to earn the right to fucking swear.
Yeah, you're still fucking 12
So
in
you gotta,
my eyes.
you gotta train yourself to say "dang it" and "poop."
Or as my
Well,
aunt was say,
If you need to use the bathroom,
oh,
you
sugar
will say I
plum.
have to use the potty.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a puppy biscuit.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
As everyone in here knows, when I was about 12, 13, I spent a lot of time in Ottawa Hills, which is a really rich neighborhood out here, and we
Because
thought
he was hard.
no,
Super
not at
hard.
all.
So
Super
hard.
G.
I was a
He's still
complete
hard.
He
bitch
was
until I was like
thugging.
15 years old.
Thugging in
You
the
still,
OH.
You still a
OH.
bitch.
I'm not.
You still
But-
a bitch.
Hey, what was your gang sign?
Shut up.
OH.
We're the,
OH.
I'm from the
Oh,
hills,
bro.
bro. I'm from the hills.
We were there, and me and my really, really, really stupid rich buddy, we're gonna call him.
Was he stupid
Jake.
and rich or stupidly rich?
No, he was actually really smart. He was just
So
his
he was
family
stupidly
was
rich.
stupidly rich.
Okay.
Like they
He
had
was
the
about to
biggest,
drop
one of the
that hard
biggest
R
house.
again.
Like I work
Thought
on,
about it.
like now I work in mansions regularly, and I still have not seen a house as big as this kid's. But I was there all the time because my mom did landscaping for his mom, and they were really good friends. So I was there all the time hanging out with him, and then he's like, "Let's go ding dong ditching." I was like, "Okay."
That's hard as
That's-
fuck.
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
fuck it.
I ain't
It's
even on
just
your
ding
level.
dong ditching. What's the worst that could happen, right? So we
Try
go.
ding dong ditching in Alabama. There's
Like-
a lot that could go wrong.
But
You should go
Like-
ding dong ditching on Lagrange Street and tell me how that works out for you.
Well, I've been to LaGrange Street. They know me well.
That's not a good thing.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. It's terrible. But so we hit one house, and then we hit another house, and then no one comes out on that house. So we got pissed off, and we'd hit like 9 more times to that house. And then this Arab
maybe nobody
guy
was
comes
home.
out. No, well, we saw cars in the driveway and there was lights on, so obviously someone's here. There's a TV running. Like, we looked in the windows, like, all right, we're gonna fuck with these people.
Maybe you just saw some bunch of dumbass kids and just didn't have the time or patience to deal with you.
Well,
You now owe us $1. You just dropped the F-bomb. You have not moved up to that level yet.
Or maybe he knew y'all were so hard, he was not about to answer that door.
He was scared. He was
no,
scared.
no, I was like 72 pounds and like 4'3". There was no way that was
So
the
this was
case.
Thursday.
You're still like 72 pounds.
But anyway,
Now you're just
we were
6 foot.
we were running around doing stupid stuff, and we ding dong ditched this guy's house like 9 times. We were starting to get pissed off.
Is this going to lead with you going to jail?
Yeah.
You went to jail for ding
we
dong
didn't, go to,
ditching.
we didn't go to jail. I got picked up by the police.
Pocketbook justice.
I mean,
Like literally, this dude comes out, chases us down. On the nighttime, we're sitting there and like we just start running because we hear the door open. So of course we're dipping out and then
Oh, you're
Fucking-
talking about facing life, dude. I'd have ran too.
I would have fucking chased your little asses too. Stop fucking ringing my doorbell.
I'd have just shot him.
Yeah.
Been done with it.
this big motherfucker starts running us down, chases us down, calls the police, and has
So
us
a
all
big guy
picked up.
runs down a 72-pound guy. You weren't running that
You were
hard.
not a very
I was not a fast
12-year-old.
kid.
Yeah,
Everyone
no
knows
Will
shit.
you
that.
please drop this on your next
I
album?
can't run that
wanna
far,
hear
guys.
about
I
it.
have to get my inhaler.
Those vape machines vaping before it was cool. Asthma.
Oh man. So okay. So he calls the police.
We get picked up, and it turns out that one of the other kids with us was the Ottawa Hills Chief of Police's son. We're gonna call him Jake. And he picks us up, and his dad looks at me like, "What the hell are y'all doing?"
Oh, so you
just
got an
ding
in.
dong. Because dude said we were vandalizing his house and shit. He ended up saying like a whole bunch of bullshit.
You're still mad about this.
Yeah,
Dude,
I was
he is.
pissed.
Like
We're
4
ding
days
dong-
later,
we're-
you're
Let
still
it
mad
go,
about
dude.
this.
Let
We're
it go.
12 years old and you're gonna have us arrested because we vandalized your house, motherfucker. I pushed your doorbell 9 times to piss you off, and then he runs us down and has me taken home and a bunch of bullshit. And then everyone in school was making fun of me because I got arrested and we're in a rich neighborhood and people are pussies.
So you got bullied.
yeah,
You got bullied?
bad.
You got bullied
Oh,
over.
dude, Ottawa Hills kids are the
That's
worst.
like
Man, these
reverse.
kids-
That's
these
like
kids
reverse
didn't know-
psychology.
These
because
these kids
It
clearly
was
did not
fucking
know.
with me. I thought
they
I
were
walked into
fucking
school
with the
thinking,
magic
yeah, I got
Bum Sully.
arrested. No.
Nobody thinks you're cool if you get arrested.
first of all, you can't go to a rich school and be like, "I'm such a tough guy because I got arrested." Because they're like, "Dude, you're stupid."
You got. What'd you get arrested for? Ding dong ditching. That's
Yeah.
like that's
They
like
didn't know who they
Babs.
were fucking with.
That's like Babs. Babs. He had to go had a court hearing because of ding dong ditching, but his was a whole different circumstance.
I'm not going. If I get arrested for ding dong ditching, I'm not going to court.
His-
I'm just telling you.
His was
Because I want to just.
Bill me the fucking fine.
I want that warrant.
On my
No,
way.
no.
I want that warrant.
his was a whole different circumstance. Apparently, the kid he ding dong ditched had been being harassed because he came out. You know,
So it was a hate crime.
so yeah, that's what it was going
So
down
Babs
for.
is a neo-Nazi.
So no, Babs had no idea, right? So
Uh-huh.
these kids set him up. They tell him go ding dong ditch him. He's like, okay,
Did
goes-
those kids have shaved heads and swastikas tattooed on
probably,
their forehead?
yeah, more likely.
The bigotry is
So-
real with this
Yeah. Fucking
So-
Babs.
The good cousin I am, my aunt calls me and she's like, Mike, you know, we need to have a talk with him. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go make free my boy Babs shirts.
He's out here buying tiki torches.
Yeah,
He's
she's
talking
like-
about going
she's
to
like-
marches.
Wow.
my aunt's all like, you know, my aunt's the one aunt that's like, oh, sugar plums, you know, she's all worried about him, and I'm like, I'm laughing,
Mm.
like I did to Bama. I laughed at Babs, and she goes, it's not funny. I'm like, no,
It is
It's
funny.
hilarious.
Very funny.
and she's like, you know, as my nephew, I need your support right now. I was like, I'm gonna go make T-shirts that say "Free my boy Babs," and we're gonna protest this. And she's like, really? I was like, no.
No.
It's like I got a cousin, man. I got a cousin. This is years ago. He was still a minor, and I was like maybe like 19. And I get a phone call from my unnamed aunt and everything. Well, from my mom, but my aunt called my mom about it. That they were so distraught over what my cousin had done. And I was like, and they live like up south of Detroit. And I'm like, oh fuck, man, what did he do? Like, this is bad, man. And it's not like, I mean, my family's got a pretty big history of like run-ins with police. And so I'm like, fuck, man, what did he do? Well, he threw corn. He was stealing corn cobs from the farms there. Was he a fucking hobbit? Like, what are you stealing corn?
What are you doing that for?
And they're like, well, he was standing on the interstate there and was throwing them at cars.
Oh.
And I'm like,
yeah.
God damn it.
That is now
and
a deadly cob.
Yeah.
no, I'm not talking like
It's a rat.
not on the highway, but on like the interstate, like state routes.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And so I'm like, so I go and I talk to him. It's like a month later, And, like, nothing comes of it. Like, they get fined and shit. Obviously not going to send them to jail over that. And I'm like, dude, you're fucking dumb. And he goes, yeah, I know, man. I should have never done that. I'm like, no, you're dumb for getting caught. Like,
Right.
he turned himself in. The first car they hit, he hit, like, the tire or something of a car. And, like, they literally stopped, got yelled at by the person. They didn't run and waited for, like, a half an hour until police showed up to the middle of fucking nowhere to arrest them over it. And I'm like, dude, you're dumb. And he goes, yeah, it was a dumb thing to do. I'm like, no, staying was a dumb fucking thing to do. You got an entire cornfield behind you, fucker. Like, bye. I'm not sticking around.
Look, finding me in the Jeepers Creepers cornfield.
Right.
You know what's a really
Children
funny
of the
story?
fucking corn right here.
Right.
I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna scare the shit out of this cop.
You know what's one of the funniest stories I probably have is when
You wrestled a bear?
when me,
And punch a leprechaun.
you, Ben, and Mike harassed Jesse and all them on Halloween when I had the creepy mask. You remember that shit, guys? That
when
mission?
we
Oh my god, that was
it was
fucking.
you yeah, Ben, it was you, me, Sully here, Matt.
Oh, they were having that party?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We, like,
fucking
walked,
with
like,
them.
5 miles through the
Dude,
woods.
we went on like a Black Ops mission.
Yeah,
We
dude,
had
it
like
was
a satellite image of the
dude, I
area
was so
mapped out.
drunk. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was so
because I remember
fucking...
walking outside. I remember.
I ghosted the shit out of you.
I vividly remember walking outside taking a piss, and Mike's like, "Hey," I'm like, Mike. He's like, "Yeah, I'm in the bushes."
My
walked
fat
in the-
ass was laying underneath leaves, like straight up like the fucking commando. Like I'm underneath leaves with my face painted with dirt. You were next to me,
with
and
a
you're the one.
fucking clown mask on.
Yeah, and you gave yourself up. Didn't even know I was there.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you bitched out. You jumped up so
Well,
quick. Like,
I had-
I'm Dominic's
dude.
brother.
I
my
had
fat
big
ass
ass Blake about to
Dude, I
drag
look
me up
like a
off the
huge-
concrete.
I look like a huge pile of leaves, and like he's seriously sitting there staring. Like I don't remember raking them leaves there. Oh well, and like walks away. You're like, yes! Dude, I've got like a beer in one hand and like fucking like my face all painted and shit. Like
Yeah, we
wearing
stole-
sunglasses.
we
Like
stole
at
so
like
much-
1 in the morning.
We stole so much of their beer. Like, I think there was like a whole crowd, and like you would have thought they would have been like, "Oh, somebody else is here." When a glow stick mysteriously
Seriously
fell
pops
out of
up
the sky. You know,
It's the alien.
I walked into Ben's house. We had the idea over the phone, I remember, because I don't know if I was with Matt. And then we go to the party store, and I find this mask that covers my entire head, like everything, my hair and everything. And then I get to Ben's house, and I thought this was going to be a joke. They have pulled up on a TV a Google satellite image of where we're going, where we're going to park, planned it out. We were shutting the power off in there. We went in their garage and shut
Yep.
the breakers off to their party, dude.
Hell
It
yeah,
was
we
some
Black
of the
Ops that.
funniest shit I've ever done in my life.
when me and Ben are gonna prank somebody,
We prank,
we
yep.
prank.
And
I
it's
like-
always spur of the moment. There's
Dude,
no plan.
Yeah.
Dude,
I was just
dude, we
kicking
had
it with
like
Mike.
the terrain fucking images and the hills and
Dude,
everything
it
all
was
around their house.
awesome.
The
I appreciate
topographical. We had the
fact that you guys
topographical.
saw me come outside, like, "Oh, we can't get Bama. We're just gonna let him over here."
Dude,
I'll be honest with you, that scared the shit out of me. Like, imagine just being in the dark woods.
Dude, we were there
pissing,
for
and all of a sudden you hear,
hours.
"Hey, Bama." You're like, hope this is my conscience.
We were there for hours.
Dude,
when
we got
anybody
there at
realized we were
11
there.
and didn't leave till like 1 or 2 in the fucking morning.
No, it
after
was
Blake.
more like 4.
Yeah, I don't know.
that-
I was really tired, but Blake, the way they found me was Blake saw my mask, and I was fucking with him. I was like tapping on the windows and shit, making him come out, and I'd lay down. And then Blake saw me. He's like, "Who the fuck is that?" Blake is a very big guy.
But you know what he can't do? Run.
No, he can't. No, he can't. But like, I was really
You
young
could've-
at this. I was still a minor, and he just was walking up all pissed off, and I thought he was about to just kick the shit out of me. I just stood up. I was like, "Oh, it's Dominic's brother."
But yeah, he jumps up. He's like, I'm Bama's brother. I'm Bama's brother. And me and Ben are both laying on opposite sides of him. Like, if Blake would have came in, we would have took him down. Like,
Right.
But
and
I
that
didn't know
would've
you
gave
guys
us-
were there.
That would have gave
I
us.
thought I was alone.
But for
So
future
much pleasure.
reference, if you're doing anything shady with the magic Bum Sully, as soon as he gets a little bit of a squeeze, he's gonna rat on you.
No, he's
No.
Oh, he
Just
is
to let
snitch.
y'all record labels know that we're thinking about picking him up, dude. We call him Magic Bum Snitchy.
I ain't going to jail. Volume 1.
Oh,
My
yeah.
13 minutes in handcuffs for ding dong ditching people
The first
in the
song,
rich part of
The
town.
first song is called Informant.
Yeah, that's me.
Second song is They're Over There.
I remember when Mike pulled. Was it you who pulled Jake's truck to the backyard or whatever, and left it in the field?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the funniest, and he was so confused. He could not understand.
I drove his. Like they all like were inside partying, and he left his keys in the truck, and I started his truck, didn't turn the lights on, and pulled it into the field in their backyard, and they all came out of the garage like, how the fuck did Jacob's truck get here? It was great.
Someone
Oh,
stole
man.
my truck seriously.
Yeah. The one that got mad the most was Shitbird for me stealing a lighter out of his car.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I gave it
Oh, he
back.
was ready to fight you over
dude
that.
Yeah.
was legit
And I was
pissed
like,
over that.
yo, hey, by the way, I was like, here's your lighter back. I borrowed it. And he's like, you got my car? I was like, the door was unlocked, bro, and the lighter was sitting on your seat.
Yeah, he was like, how did you break into my car? Like, I opened the door, fool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like the only close to. I was like the only person that got their shit like kind of broken into was Jacob when I moved his truck.
Yeah.
You know.
He used to get so mad at us for making fun of his purple Trans Am too.
Shitbird. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I forgot all about
I used
Shitbird.
to tell him, hey, shitbird, this ain't a real Trans Am. He'd be like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's got a V6 in it.
I always told him.
Well,
I always told him he wasn't as good as the original Shitbird.
The original Shitbird.
What fucks me up is like knowing that we have a friend named Shitbird and stuff in the family.
That is the second one.
Yeah, and
That is
but
Shitbird number 2. He is not the original Shitbird.
my fiance has an uncle called Bird Shit. So,
Sounds like you're our new Shitbird.
Shitbird
dude,
Dad.
and the first time we were over there,
Shitbird the
I was like, Bird Shit.
Dude, he's Magic Bum Sully.
So we're going to hold this meeting right now. I move the motion that the Magic Bum Sully is our new shitbird.
Shitbird the third.
All agree, say
So do we
aye.
call him Magic Bum Sully or do
No,
we call
I
him
like the
Shitbird?
Magic Bum Sully.
I like I like the Magic
you gotta
Bum
be-
Sully.
You gotta earn Shitbird. Shitbird's like an honor.
All in
Get
favor,
drunk
say
and
aye.
shit in your Firebird.
No, he's
For
Mag-
Shitbird? No, he's
No.
Magic Bum
He
Sully.
didn't earn Shitbird.
He's still the shitbird.
No,
Let's
he's
call
not a
him
good
Magic Bum
shitbird.
Sully.
Okay, because I'm trying to give away some headbands.
Yeah.
Should we do a
we'll take a
vote?
vote?
Yeah, we'll take
In
a
the
vote.
comments?
Yeah.
Comment on. We got to do it on a specific. I say comment. You know, fuck it. Comment anywhere. I would just be happy with one comment.
Let's
Yeah,
do
just one.
Yeah.
just comment
vote your
somewhere.
name.
Vote
Like-
either calling the Magic Bum Sully the Magic Bum Sully or calling him Shitbird. To give you a description of what this man looks like, he does kind of appear to be a shitbird. What you think of what a shitbird looks like is kind of what he looks
I
like
can probably
until
give
you
a
think
funnier
of Magic
description.
Bum Sully. He's got about 9 teeth
Dude,
broken up between about 12 teeth slots.
Let's put the.
Looks like his tongue is in jail.
He looks like MGK's trailer park cousin.
No, I wouldn't say that. He kind of looks like a dude out of a movie, but I can't quite
Wrong
picture
turn.
The hills have eyes. The
Fucking
hills have shitbirds.
Sloth from the Goonies.
no.
So-
no,
Sloth had more
no,
muscle.
that's G Wayne who works with
Who is G Wayne?
that is my
Who-
fiance's
How do people come
that
up with
is-
these names?
that is my fiance's inbred slow cousin who works with me on construction crews, and I tell him what to do all day.
So if he listens to this
Wow.
and he's gonna realize how hard you're not, he's gonna come after you for it.
He ain't gonna
Yeah.
do
And
shit.
he's got G in his name, which gives him like 10 more
more.
hard points
Yeah,
than
he's
you
got 10 more gangster points than you do.
But yeah, so we're going to take a vote. Either
We'll take a
shitbird
vote on comments.
or-
Comment Magic
Yeah.
Bum Sully or Shitbird. Which one we call him? This podcast will be called, obviously podcast number 8. It will be called Magic Bum Sully because that is his current name.
This
Yeah.
dude is wearing a camouflage t-shirt, a flat-billed snapback, and has 8 teeth in his mouth.
But they're not all in 8 teeth slots. It's 12 8 teeth slots.
Yeah.
Or it's 12.
Like I
teeth
have
slots.
one front
He
tooth.
also has
and then
camo
missing the
shorts
rest.
on. That's a totally different kind of camo.
I have jeans that are cut into shorts with a belt.
Oh, that's
chain.
not camo. That's dirt.
That's dirt. That's
It
just
is
mud
dirt.
and paint.
I thought
from
he had
construction.
camo shorts on.
No,
That's
no.
straight up dirt.
That's just some dirty clothes, man.
What is
Dumpster scum.
The headset he's wearing will be thrown away for any other guests we have on this podcast.
What was? Oh, and then his one tattoo skull looks like it has a lazy eye.
Yeah, that
Well-
was my first tattoo in my shamrock. It has flames in between one of the pairs of skulls, and then the rest one of them has like a half-ass squiggly line, and then the other one has none.
The one has a lazy
Sounds
eye.
like it was well thought out.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good. I gave him a picture and said put a broken heart with an Irish flag in it in the side of this.
That's why you
shamrock
don't
made
get
of skulls.
tattoos in trailer parks, man.
I got it done.
It was
at-
probably a
in-
really good artist. He just took one look at this dude and was like,
Don't
yeah,
say the
fuck
name.
whatever you
Yeah,
gotta say.
yeah, 18-year-old dumbass. Fuck you.
I was
Like,
I was
yeah,
on the
don't-
Grange and
Yeah.
this guy had a pen and a needle and it was like, let's go at it.
Let's do this.
I actually was in the Salvation Army like ARC halfway house for a year, and
It's a good place to be.
I mean, I was getting sober. It was the time to do it because I was really a dumbass back in the day. But
Yeah, you were.
Doesn't sound like much has changed.
no, I mean a lot has
Except
changed.
for now, you can remember all the dumb shit.
Yeah. No, I
Oh yeah,
Dude,
that's
that
a bonus.
was like the great thing about stop doing drugs. Like, holy shit, that's where I put my keys.
Yeah. But yeah, and a dude came in there, and we were in there, and I was the youngest. I am still the youngest graduate of a Salvation Army ARC ever.
Did they have a graduation?
Yeah.
What is that? I'm not even sure what that is.
Oh, it's a adult rehabilitation center / halfway house. So guys who are on heroin or meth or whatever they're on go into get out, and they can have an option to not serve the time, but you got to serve 6 months to a year there for it to go, and then you just get everything dropped. I went in there because I was an idiot 18-year-old, and my parents were tired of dealing with me, and that's a good idea on their part because I was only going to get worse. But
With this serial ding dong ditching.
But I went in there because I was on a bunch of pills and different stuff. And so I went in there, got sober. But this guy came in. He had just got done doing like 25 years. And he got off on parole because he made the bullshit that he was an addict. Because he got picked up originally 25 years ago with like heroin and a bunch of stuff in his system. So he just made this 25-year plea to get out. Like, I'm a heroin addict. I'm still getting high in jail. Get me out. And he got out. And he was a really good guy. I called him Tex. But he had... he literally...
Sounded like a great guy.
He had...
Not the same one.
Yeah, not the same one we have discussed earlier.
He had, like, a tattoo goatee. And, like, his whole face was tatted. He was tatted from head to toe. And he did his own tattoos in prison. And then we worked in the warehouse of Salvation Army.
Don't say anybody else's names on here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Fucking...
You're gonna get. Okay,
I'm
go
just
ahead.
not trying to like.
That's just what I called
It's
him.
other
That's not his
people's
real
business.
name.
They don't need to be broadcast on the
Yeah.
internet when they're not here to give their own story.
But anyway, he made a tattoo gun, and it got found with, like, a bunch of other shit, like an old box of condoms. This guy had put it in a bag and, like, hid, and they found it. And then they had a house meeting. Like, we always had one once a week. And then this, I'm going to call him Lieutenant J, he ran the program, and he talked like this. He's from New York, former addict, went through an ARC. Really fucking hilarious guy. But he was like, so, we have a problem in the warehouse. Someone wants to get tattoos done. We aren't allowed to have tattoos. And he pulls out this contraption. Like, it was, like, probably this big. It was a CD player with a guitar string that he got off of my guitar. That was my property that I had there. I was pissed. I couldn't figure it out until this happened. And so he just found it, and everyone got in trouble. It was really fucked up. But that guy was one of the funniest motherfuckers I've ever met. He was terrifying.
So where was the story going?
Yeah, that was so
he made-
anticlimactic.
Yeah, I kind of
that's
lost it.
Oh, it was his tattoo. How he had his tattoo.
He
Yeah.
had, he wanted to tattoo me, and I was like, yeah, that's not happening. I can just go to a shop and get it
You
done.
lying ass! You were gonna let him do it.
No, I didn't even
Yeah,
know he
he
had a
was.
tattoo gun.
He
He, said
He
he
was
was gonna build
already
one.
committed.
He was committed to getting that tattoo, and then he was gonna come out and tell everybody he got a prison tat.
So this dude totally just held me down and did this full sleeve on my arm.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what he was gonna. He was gonna
No.
go with. He was like, "Oh yeah, I let him do it. You were going to. Don't lie. You were gonna let
Hell
him do
no.
it. You were gonna let him.
No, I
Yeah,
did not
you
want
were.
a tattoo that bad. I wanted one bad, but not that bad.
I would
Hep
say
C
there are no.
sucks. I made it through a heroin addiction without Hep C, so I'm glad about that. I wasn't about to get Hep C from a fucking tattoo
don't go to
gun.
Michigan. They all got Hep A up there.
Yeah, it's a different kind of Hep C. But
Yeah. Y'all got like lead Hep AIDS coming out of your pipes up there.
I got cut on a rusty pipe. So what? In Flint, you're screwed. You're dead.
You're
Bye.
dead. Yeah, you're fucked.
Oh man, Magic Bum Sully over here getting prison tats and.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. So what's next?
I don't know, man. I think that's. I don't think we can come up with anything better. than
No.
that.
No, dude. I'm just still at a loss trying to figure out if he's still touching wiener or.
All right. Well,
Oh,
I
me?
gotta,
Me? Only, hey, only
well,
on Sunday.
I gotta go use the restroom, so I'll be right back. Y'all continue while I'm gone.
I only do that stuff on Sunday with the preacher's son.
Oh,
Hold up.
that's an edit.
All right, for real though. I'll be right back. Y'all continue.
Oh man, Magic Bum Sully.
The magic bum.
Yeah. Why is he getting up to go with Ben right now?
I ain't
Sit
going
down.
nowhere.
Sit down.
I saw him eyeballing you, Ben.
Hey, get off me! What are you doing?
Oh man, this is good.
I forgot to duct tape his oven mitts on.
Right.
Jesus.
So what else have you been up to, Sully?
I've realized over like the last. Actually, I'm not gonna talk about that.
Whoa, wait a minute. You can't say I have developed over the last
Yeah,
hour. Never mind,
yeah,
I can't
now-
talk
I've
about that.
developed a fear of things that I don't know if I can talk about on here.
Boobs? You can talk about boobs. You're afraid of boobs?
Mayonnaise. Are
Me
you
and Bama
scared?
were talking about it earlier while we were
Chicken.
fixing my car.
I don't remember.
Nipples.
Chicken nipples.
Chicken nipples.
Those are terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Helmets.
Helmets.
Think about it. I literally had a conversation with you about this like
You're
2
afraid
hours.
to wear your helmet and drool cup in public?
No,
I told you, dude. No one really notices
I
it
just,
that much.
I don't know, like, jeez. See, I don't know if I can talk about this, so I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to get y'all in trouble.
Type it into that phone.
Yeah. Let me unlock it for you.
Yeah. Let's see where this is going because now all the viewers are like,
Now you're
like,
just leaving people hanging.
Hey, does anybody want a
Yep.
alcoholic beverage? Moxon here. Sorry, Moxon is my dog. Everybody, he is an English Springer Spaniel. My first one, and he goes everywhere I go. He's my buddy. We're working on training him to hunt, and then hopefully I'd like to teach him to search and rescue for people. But
Can we teach him how to sick the magic bum on cue?
oh, absolutely. But yeah, he is a 17 weeks old.
No.
No,
No.
we can't. I know we could.
17-week-old English Springer Spaniel, and he's my homie. And brought him. He's been sleeping this whole time, so I'm kind of happy, and he's not tearing shit up because he usually is just full of piss and vinegar.
He's a good-looking pup.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's a beautiful dog.
yeah, I'm really happy with him.
He's not like my German Shepherd Pit Bull rat that my mom's watching. That thing is a stupid dog.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't say that because last night he opened my pizza box by himself and neatly got himself 2 pieces and walked to his kennel with them.
Oh.
So I mean, I was pissed, but I don't know how stupid he is.
Speaking of big dogs and how people react to them, I have a 100-pound American Bully. A lady was jogging down my street the other day. My dog can totally jump the front porch, but won't. This dog will not jump a baby gate if you put it in front of him just because he has it in his head where he cannot jump over it. This lady sees Bear and says, "Oh my God, he's gonna jump the fence." Doesn't change pace or anything. She has 2 dogs with her and just starts speed walking down the road.
What do you
were
expect her
so
to do, though?
terrified.
I hate the fact that people see a pit bull looking dog and are like, "Oh my God, it's a vicious dog."
Yeah.
Yeah, the dogs are only vicious because of the person
Yeah.
raising that dog. You know, it relies on the owner. You know,
Well,
if you don't.
that's true to a point, but some breeds. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to be like ban pit bulls, but some breeds are just bred differently. You know what I mean? Like
Some- yeah.
like pit bulls are just naturally incredibly protective of their owners, and if their owners
Absolutely.
don't know how to properly train them, then yeah, they can just go
It's-
bite people
yeah.
for no reason because they think you're attacking them because they
And-
weren't trained properly.
Yeah, in that sense, it's just socializing the dog. You know?
Right, but if you have a Labrador Retriever and you don't train him properly, he's just gonna stick his tongue out and bang his head against the
Well,
wall.
no,
Like,
I mean-
that's, you know.
I like
It's-
peanut butter.
Yeah, it's just all in how you teach the dog, you know, because some breeds, yeah, are instinctually possessive. You look at the Chessies, we've had, and but it's all about how you work with the dog. Like I take Moxon everywhere just so he gets that socialization, so he's always cool with people, especially if I'm gonna go down the route of making him a search and rescue dog. Then I don't want him going to find somebody and then I found him and then I bit the shit out of him too.
Not only are you got hypothermia, but now you're gonna need stitches.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody and they're like, you're gonna, why that kind of dog for a search and rescue dog? I was like, well, one, they got really good sniffers, and that's their job.
Yeah.
And 2, there's a big difference of sending a big German Shepherd out looking for somebody, and people are a little more like, oh, that's a big ass dog. I'm gonna, instead of this little nub-tailed, shaggy hair guy, who's just excited to see.
How do you know when your dog finds him? Oh, you'll hear him screaming.
Yeah. Well, that's dude, or one dog though. is my dad's dog, Remington. Dude, that dude is a doof. He's just like, hey, how you doing? Like Moxon. So Moxon's probably like 20 pounds. Remington's 120 pounds.
Yeah, Remington's a
It's
big boy.
huge.
Dude, that dog weighs the same as my kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Moxon like tried to this is where we messed up when he was a lot younger. I took him over there to play with the bigger dog, so now he thinks he's a bigger dog. So anytime he's over there, dude, he's just all up on Remington. And like I always think, I'm like, if that was Cody, Moxon would not have a head anymore. But so Remington's just so docile versus like my little like pipsqueak dog who's just
a
like
million mile an hour all the time.
all the time, dude, all the time. Like right now, he's just chill because he's like trapped in a room. Like I can't run around. And he found his duck toy.
So now there's going to be squeaks all over the podcast.
And that or no, his beer bottle's over there, so he might. That's his favorite toy. Nope, he's playing with the duck. Yep, he got the duck. That's
So do
gonna
we
be
wanna-
last weekend.
Continue this Board Cooks headband contest.
Yeah.
Sure.
Have you even delivered a headband to anybody yet?
No, nobody's competed in any of the contests. Well, there was that one girl that knows you. I got to give her a headband.
Yeah.
She won a dirty headband. And so,
Yeah, I guess you can have
Did you
one.
wash your hands?
Yes, I washed my hands the second I got here, and my face.
Like
because
with
it's covered in
soap?
grease. Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't
like, not in the mud
You
that's
can't-
outside.
pee
And
in
then-
your hands and then wipe it on your face.
You washed your
I get
hands.
pee is sterile, but that is not the way it
You
works.
washed your hands with soap, then sanitized, then bleached, then hand washed again, right?
I'm about to hose you off. Like, for real.
I'm gonna take you outside with just like a scrub brush.
Well, I mean, where we're at up north, it's kind of interesting because we stay at a lot of places because we're working on them.
Tents.
No. They're actual
gypsy
houses.
too?
but-
No, that's union. That's union. They're not union. They don't get tents.
The magic Bum Sully is not only a magic bum, but he is as well a gypsy.
Is he
too.
the magic gypsy
I mean,
Sully
for
now?
real, for real, it's like
It's
gypsy
like a
life. Like all our
less
stuff.
badass version of a pikey.
We
Right.
work. I sleep on an air mattress. By the way,
Oh, you got an air mattress, so you're like the king.
no,
dude,
I
you're fucking
hate it
set.
because I spent $60 on an air mattress from a place where we all love to go.
But you tax that money from the other gypsies, right? They all pay you in trinkets like necklaces and like silk shirts and shit.
No, mainly weed, but
But you're like the head dude. You have a air mattress. Has it got like the 3 rings on it?
no, it was. I had a 3-layer one.
What?
But the seams on it, like the week I bought it, just popped up. So now it's just this giant fucking dome.
So
of air.
how did you have to get to that position? Did you have to run that like merry-go-round at the carnival for like a year and then you get
Dang.
promoted?
No.
My outlaw. So like, since you're like obviously head of the bums,
I am not head of the bum.
Do you
but
have, like-
You are
if
king
anything,
bum.
I am
King
king.
bum.
do you have
He's
like?
no, he's like the shaman, dude.
Yeah,
He's
do
the
you have,
magic
like-
bum.
Do you have like semi-clean bum sloots that fan you with tin cans when it's too hot outside?
They feed
No, I
him
don't.
acorns.
I don't think my fiance would like that too much.
She wouldn't like you being fed by sleuths, but you
So
can
it's
go
not like
touch wiener all
Spartacus.
day long.
It's not like
Yeah, she
Spartacus
likes
where
watching
you and your
Paintball.
woman
Sounds like a
bathe in
one-way-
Lake Erie.
You're getting
That's-
screwed. in
While you
that
got all
deal.
your gypsy women around you.
Right.
And she's talking to her gypsy women, you're talking to your gypsy women, you guys are bathing at the little puddle by the dump.
Yeah, no.
No, it's not like
No.
that.
With the
No.
toxic waste
there-
sign
there's-
behind him.
there's-
You run a
sometimes-
hose from the exhaust of your caravan
I mean, when-
into there to
For the
bubble it up.
They hang out right behind Davis Bessie.
Oh man.
I mean, it's not the most glamorous life, but we have a toilet and a shower and a bed, so I don't complain too much. I make good money. I'm working on. We're just getting a house
obviously,
now.
dude, you have a 3-tier air mattress.
Is the shower for show?
Is it like one of those bath fitters
Well-
that doesn't
well-
work?
Well, the
No,
one
dude,
we're at
no, it's a
now-
hose hooked up to like a Pringles can that they just poked a bunch of holes in.
When it gets too soggy, they gotta change it out.
Holy shit! I never thought of that. Who fucking shower head?
There was a time
Can
that
we do a live
that we,
podcast where we go to the bum sanctuary?
I mean, is there a power outlet?
Yeah, we
Got
run
batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we're just gonna use a megaphone. This is the Board Cooks podcast.
Oh no, there's a power outlet. It's called like 3 houses down, and they swipe it from somebody.
Gotta run 9 extension cords
They
into the
tie
woods.
into the 7-Eleven.
They're spliced
there
into
was
the
a
power
time.
lines.
And trying to tell
A
a
couple
story, we're
houses
just
ago.
dogging the shit out of him.
There was a time a couple houses ago where we showed up there and there was like no running water because we had just got there. We just bought this bullshit house to flip, and so we were staying there and like I made sure that I always gave Lexi rides up to my fiance, like rides up to the carryout to take a piss or whatever and make sure it was clean. But like us dudes, like we're shitting in a bucket in a bag, and then we had this garbage can that was like just.
Please tell me you have a Tom Segura shit pile in the back.
No, we have.
Someone dig the hole deeper.
There's a video where dude G Wayne I was talking about earlier, we like messing with him and like giving him shit. So literally someone shit in a bag, like the worst shit ever, and put it in the garbage can, and then we told him that there was like door hinges and shit in there that he had to get out because it was just random parts, and he opened the bag with his mouth. We got it on video, and then he started puking everywhere. It was pretty fucking funny.
Now we know where the fucking Hep A outbreak came from.
Right, it's literally
And
all
then we
you.
went to Dave and Buster's.
Hey,
Fucking
And
holy
we rubbed
shit.
our hands all over
I'm
everything.
amazed.
Now
I'm
we-
amazed that boy doesn't have a tail and 3 eyes, so he's not too far off.
That literally, you skipped pink eye and went straight to Hep A. And then like my second thought is like you guys are flipping houses and living in tents. You ever thought of like not flipping one house and maybe
We-
just
Just
stay
living
there?
We had to. Well,
Once you get the running
I might-
water, take a shower.
I might be,
real quick.
I might be putting out too much education or something here, but
we had to. When I came up,
Education.
we were trying to get because we do a lot of investor houses. Like we do stuff for HGTV a lot. I have a couple guys that I work with that the houses that we work on sometimes
You
go into
had.
HG. That I have.
Have you tried
Not
asking them
anymore,
for a
you don't.
paycheck?
Oh, I mean, I make decent money. I do side jobs and make more, but so we had to flip a couple houses, and right now, like
You
in the
do
next-
realize PBR and weed is not currency.
One, I don't drink beer. I drink Jameson like a real man.
As you're sitting here drinking
a beer.
PBR.
I'll drink a beer if you hand it to me, but I won't go buy beer. I drink Jameson, but
I don't know. I drink Jameson. I do really dumb shit, like spend way too long at Bama's house talking shit to his fucking stepdaughter's boyfriend.
Fiance.
Oh, fiance.
Or whatever. I don't
Whatever
know.
he is.
I don't know. I mean,
what is he in now?
look on Facebook.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, I actually know him from before, but yeah, he was all right. But I got really drunk at Bama's house the other night.
Yeah.
I showed up at my house from dropping my son off, and he was already a bottle deep of JMO in my driveway.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was just sitting in the chair like, "What up, dude?"
I was like, oh, it's going to be one of these nights.
And good thing you guys don't live in my neck of the
No,
woods,
no.
because
So-
that's like Tuesday
So he
for us.
we went and got the PBR. I played this one smart. I'm not going back to jail. So we're drinking them. So I start drinking my beer, and then I'm drinking the same can.
Actually,
Acting like I'm drinking beer and acting like I'm getting tore up, but really, he was the only one getting absolutely sloshed.
I was absolutely sloshed when I showed up to your house.
did you guys hear
Leo
that
was done
there's
with
going to
my-
be a PBR shortage in 2020?
A PBR shortage?
Dear
Yeah.
God.
Because
Thank God.
actually, the,
Yeah, it's not
the
necessarily
original,
a bad thing.
Yeah, the original PBR distributor agreement they had from back in the day goes out in 2020, and the distributor does not want to redo the deal.
yeah,
so-
because
The
Well-
only people that buy PBR are me and Ben.
Yeah, and a few hipsters in like
Fuck.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Pepto's rates are going to go down. Fucking sell out
Sell
your
out
stock
Pepto.
now.
You
Yeah,
guys hear
sell your
that,
stock now.
Buy Nike.
High Times Magazine is going public. You guys hear about that?
What?
High Times Magazine going public?
I have never
Nope.
read High Times magazine.
Then
I
you
saw-
have a very sad life.
Why?
'Cause it is
I
an
don't
amazing
really,
magazine.
I don't really
No, we
dig
have
on
adult lives.
I don't really dig on marijuana. Yeah, I got like shit to do.
Bills.
I follow the law.
Hey,
I'm not big on tie-dye.
I'm
Yeah,
perfectly
I
within the law.
don't live in the horrid state of Michigan.
In a tent with an air mattress.
10 with an air mattress.
And
It's not
semi-clean homeless
A
snoots.
tarp and some like knockoff 550 cord strung to a couple of fucking laundry poles.
But yeah, there's a lot going on. We just got
For real
a
though,
house bought.
let me interrupt you real quick. I appreciate you coming on here and just letting us dog the shit out of you for an hour and a half.
I mean,
talk.
it's just like the family reunions or any family event I go to, so it's kind of just another day for me.
Whoa, guy. Whoa, that is not true. We keep
I'm
it pretty
just
peaceful
joking.
during Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Otherwise, though,
It's a shit show.
it's a shit show. Don't we?
But
My mom, I sound like a Southern lady when I'm mad. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Your mom scares me.
My mom is insane.
Your mom was on the set of Sybil.
Oh, shit.
Your mom.
Ben's like, wait for it. No,
Mom's
she's a
not-
pretty cool lady.
She's
Mom-
a very good
She
lady.
is
She's a
not
wonderful
allowed
mom.
to talk around me
Batshit
no more.
crazy.
Oh, your mom?
No, his mom.
Is
Oh.
not allowed around you?
No, to drink around me anymore.
Yeah,
Why
we don't
is
go
that?
there.
No.
We don't go there.
Why is that?
No, we don't go there.
No, we don't go there.
Do you remember when your mom threw me out of the house when I was over there
For
with
dragging
Bama?
him down the stairs.
He was talking. He was talking shit. He was talking shit. He said I couldn't catch him. I caught him before he made it up the stairs.
No,
grabbed
right.
him by
What
his
happened?
foot and dragged him head first down the
No,
fucking
no,
stairs.
got
The
a
way
little
I
bitty
remember
mug
it.
bun.
The way I remember it is, I was sitting on the floor in my pajamas. I was like, what,
Talking shit.
11? I was talking shit. Oh,
you
yeah.
were older than that. You
I
were
was
like,
like 10 or 11.
Yeah, I was
Was
like
he?
10 or 11.
10 years
Yeah.
younger than I am.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like 10 or 11. And Dominic warned me. I was like, man, the Steelers suck. And all of a sudden, Ben perks the fuck up real hard. And Dominic goes, don't go there. I was like, yeah, fuck this fucking Steelers, dude. They're
Yeah,
garbage,
you
dude.
Push the Steelers button.
And
is that what it was?
yeah. And I continued to just hackle the Steelers for like 10 minutes. You're like, you
I
better
remember
fucking
telling you to stop.
Yeah,
I
you're
remember
like,
telling
you better
to stop or something
yeah.
bad was gonna happen.
Yeah, you were like, you better fucking stop or something bad's gonna happen. I was like, you ain't gonna fucking catch me. And then you got up and I ran and then
I
you
caught you in about 6 feet, dude. I'm fat, but I move, man.
He caught my. I remember I was getting upstairs. I thought I was good. I was like, yeah, I'm getting it. And then I felt a hand on my ankle. I was like, fuck,
Going down.
hard.
It wasn't even that hard. You got a
No.
little bit of a rug burn on your
Yeah.
chin. And next thing you know, that guy's not allowed back here ever.
Oh,
But
yeah, I thought-
while I'm at it, I'm going to kick you out too. That's when I started living
Yeah,
with
that's
Ben.
when you moved into my house. Yeah, so it was really all a good thing. Because we might not be this good of friends if you never moved in.
Never would have.
Yep.
Thanks for that.
I remember when I was pacing because Dom and who was that with you when I was pacing? Was that Nate?
That
I
was
was pacing with the
people
gun.
that we know. Yes. And you were pacing around with an airsoft gun, looked like you just walked out of a neo-Nazi camp.
Shaved
We
head.
were on the internment. This dude, shaved head, skinny bones, pacing around with an airsoft gun. Like, if you fall asleep, I will shoot you in the pinky toes.
Shoot you in the feet.
Oh, man.
Oh god.
You are so
I
dumb.
remember the first time you took me hunting with one of our friends.
That was the
and
last time.
That was the last time.
Did
Yeah.
you have a gun?
No.
No.
Fuck no.
Okay, good.
He was the dog.
I think he asked. He's like, "Do I get a gun?" And I think my reaction was, "Fuck no."
No.
Yeah, he went rabbit hunting with us, didn't he?
Well, the first time I ever took him hunting is when I used to deer hunt off Eber Road right there by Owens College. Or maybe it was Buck Road. I don't remember.
It was Buck Road.
That'd be
Buck-
Buck Road.
I used to have access to a piece of property out there, and this is how the day went. It was like the perfect day to be in the deer woods. Like, you know what I mean? Like, weather system's coming through. The rut had just started. Like, it is prime time to be in the woods. And I'm thinking, sweet, I'll take my little brother. We'll smoke a giant buck or whatever walks by. It'll be a good day. No. 5 minutes into this thing, I hear, I see a deer. Where? Right there. Like, dude, that is a leaf blowing in the wind. Every sound he heard was a deer. And he's like, hey, there's a deer. I'm like, where? He's like, right there in that hole. Okay. So I'm looking at the deer hole, quotation marks, and out pops a woodchuck. And I'm
I have never been hunting
is
in my
that
life at
your
this point."
deer right there? He's like, yeah. I'm like, no, Danny, that's a woodchuck. But yeah, that's how the whole day went. And then it started to get dark. He's like, hey, are we going to leave soon? I'm like no, we're going to walk out of here in the dark. He's like, I don't think so.
He'd be like, like your one homeboy who went coyote hunting with us,
That was great.
and we heard this like pack of easy 6 howl after maybe 2 minutes of calling, and we shine the spotlight across the field. You can see eye shine, and we're like, all right, here they come. Well, then my cousin was like, hey Mike, make sure you watch behind us. I was like, I got our back, don't worry. And the guy who was with us, he was like, what does that mean? Well, they come behind us, we gotta see them. And he's like, what do we do if they come behind us? I was like, turn around and shoot them.
Yeah, you have a gun in your hand.
Right. So then they're getting closer. Well, then they really start letting loose, and all of a sudden I hear this like chattering next to me, and I look over. He's got his gun to his shoulder, and he's shaking like he's having a seizure. And I'm like, dude, are you cool? He's like, I'm fucking freaking out, man. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, you real hard.
Yeah.
This dude is shaking like he has tremors in his hands, like he's going through DTs with a 12 gauge in his hand. So it's like,
Oh man.
but we have to save some of these stories. Those are going to run out of shit to talk about.
Right? So
Right.
we ready to call it?
We'll
It's
call
been an
it.
hour and a half.
Yeah. I gotta
Hour
take
and a
my-
half. Whoop, whoop.
I gotta
Yep.
take Moxon outside anyhow.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys for listening to the Board Cokes podcast number 8
With our special guest.
with our special guest, the Magic Bum Sully, who
Mm.
may be renamed Shitbird. It's up to you, the voters. If nobody comments,
Please vote.
Next time you guys see me, I get veneers. So
Oh, yeah. He
What?
will have teeth next time.
yeah,
Oh,
that
shit.
I am actually getting all my teeth fixed this year.
Yo.
and being
Oh,
a
very
dentist.
nice.
Let me see that grill.
Oh,
Well,
very
I was
nice.
actually-
We gotta do
actually-
it before and after.
Yeah, I was actually thinking
going
about
all over the
because
Instagram.
I don't think I'm gonna be good with the white ones. They're gonna get stained and shit. So I think I should just get the platinum ones.
No. No.
My fiance does not like that idea.
And that is
Ah.
all for this
That is
podcast.
all.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you very much. Recorded live from the kitchen of Scum and Villainy.
Shout
The
out to
board cook.
Spotify.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you,
guys.
Spotify
Yeah, thank you.
and iTunes and Podbean for broadcasting this absolute ridiculous nonsense across the internet to all of our half a viewer. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much for listening. And if you enjoy it, come back for more. Subscribe, like, share, do whatever you got to do, man. Let's spread it around.
Yeah. We
And
out.
Buy
Bye-bye.
us chairs. Somebody please buy us goddamn comfy chairs.
Yeah, please. Extra wide because I'm fat.
Take it easy until next time.